Yo. Big Kish back up in here. Shout out to my girl Dosey. She sent me a banger on X. If you not follow me on X, Twitter is Big Kish the #1. Y'all follow me on that, man. Hey, look. These are all the artists that was inspired by Kendrick in some way, form, or fashion. We gotta let people know, like, you know what I'm saying, the intelligence that somebody got when they do, especially somebody of our nation, our culture. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else always they always get represented by their people. Why we can't do the same thing? When we do it, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let it be known when we got intellectual people that come from amongst us, man. When everybody else do it, they do it, but we can't do it. It's called D-riding and stuff like that. Nah, we ain't going for that. But before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all pick y'all up a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link will be in the description for purchase. And I appreciate everybody that's been supporting the channel, everybody that's been liking, subscribing. Y'all go ahead and sub up, man. Sub up and like this video. Rappers on Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Nicki Minaj, Snoop Dogg, Pusha T, Meg Thee Stallion, and more. Check this out. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Off the record with Schoolboy Q. What's one thing that bugs you about Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q?
Oh man, he's the greatest rapper. Like, he's the greatest rapper of the 20s. Like, man, you know, like, he honestly really is, you know, like, he's a big inspiration to me. Like, I seen it. I see how he records.
He's so good it makes you mad?
Yeah, it makes me mad. Like he's a genius, you know, and it hurts me. Cause I want to be at his caliber, but you know what I'm saying? Hopefully with this album I can.
He brought Q over, but Q didn't rap, but he learned from my inspo. Hey, look, Q didn't rap, but he learned from my inspo. Listen, man, he's speaking facts in that song. That was the Hard Part 6, right? He was speaking facts. He's saying it right here, man. This brother is so inspiring, bro. This is who I learned from. So, imagine how the ops feel about this, man. He's saying this in a loving way, in a joking way. But imagine how the ops feel, bro. You think Kendrick the little bro? Yeah, he the little man. Get him out of here, man. I brought him on tour. He's on tour, but man, he really writing his own stuff, bro. He coming up with this stuff this fast, bro. Come on, man.
Catch you one time, you know, because it's all still competition, and I could still be #1. So
we feel
I'm #1 right now. Matter of fact,
there he is. We feel the same way.
Kendrick Lamar.
We got Meg Thee Stallion.
Same thing. I feel like Kendrick Lamar is just like on a whole different wave. Like, he knows how to make turn up music, but he's still gonna get real poetic about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that To Pimp a Butterfly, that was that album. That was a really good one. Like he's awesome. Like he has really good messages too. But I really like how he just delivers it to you. Like, he puts together a production. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just gonna be like, oh, here go 12 bar. No, he really gonna like write you something, and you gotta really pay attention to what he's saying.
Sis is cooking right now. Sister Meg is cooking right now, man.
And like, I feel like that's the problem with a lot of people right now. Our attention span is really short. So when you're listening to Kendrick Lamar, like, you really got to put your thinking cap on so you can really catch everything he's saying.
Right. Kendrick is somebody who in his music is very much aligned with movement and activism and the whole Black Lives Matter movement. Like, I hear that movement in his music, in his lyrics. I thought it was interesting as I was watching the Parks and Recreation finale that there was a scene where Aziz's character, Tom Haverford, has a book reserved for Kendrick Lamar in 2023, which is when the year that episode took place in, or that scene took place in. And it just spoke to who Kendrick has become. Parks and Rec never had a mainstream success, but it certainly is not the urban community that the show is reaching. And so for Kendrick Lamar name to have so much recognition that it makes it to a joke on that show is impressive for someone who started on the mixtapes. It's very interesting.
It's very impressive because we don't just get that on that level, right? We get it on different levels. Like when I went to the concert, I'm seeing people that I would never think that would be there. You know what I'm saying? Like he attracts other people, not just his people first, but he attracts other people. That lets you know that he's not just confined to the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He opens his mind up to be able to reach other people. Now that's a dope MC. That's dope.
That everyone is trying to claim Kendrick in their audience. The underground, real hip hop fans are saying Kendrick belongs to us. The mainstream pop is saying Kendrick belongs to us.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to figure it out.
You know, he's always supportive. Anytime I need advice, I always hit him. You know, like, Kendrick, like, what did you do when this happened? Or what do you think about this? Because even though, you know, we kind of came up in the early days together, he skyrocketed. He's experienced so much that I haven't. So he's someone I know that I could look to for advice, you know, just to kind of...
Dang. That's crazy, bro. That is wild.
Gauge on what I should do. You know, when I do albums, he's one of the people that I'll send the record to. I didn't do that with Ease, but I did play Layla's Wisdom for him because I trust his ear.
Right.
So, you know, you hear like stories of Primo and how he would play records for Dr. Dre, you know, just to get his ear. Kendrick is like in that peer group for me of my peers' ears that I trust. So, you know, that's just always been our relationship, mostly built on music, you know, but I have so much love and respect for him as a person.
As we all do.
Yeah, A1 since day one.
The reason why I haven't collaborated with Kendrick Lamar yet is because he don't want to get washed.
Nicki Minaj talking shit about that, man. She said the reason why it didn't collab with Kendrick is because he didn't want to get washed. I don't think that's the case. I don't think she gonna be collabing with him now because you know what I mean? But I would like to see that. I ain't gonna lie. I would like to see that.
I don't know, but I'm a huge fan of him and his talent, and, you know, I'm looking forward to collaborating with him one day, hopefully, because he's animated, and I like the animation and all that stuff. But also, he just respects the craft of rap, and at this time right now, yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Okay.
State of hip hop feels good to me.
Fire. Y'all let me know if y'all want to see a Kendrick Lamar and Nicki Minaj collab. I think that'd be dope. But we all know Champagne Pissy might get in the way. No, you can't go do an album with him. You can't go do a song with him. Come here, say slow. You know, he gonna be on some crying shit, you know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like for the last 2 years, people were talking about how, you know, people weren't buying records no more. And I think that the artists are starting to realize that if you don't sell, it's because you whack. It ain't got nothing to do with the state of people buying music, right? Because Kendrick Lamar come out, he sell his records. He got great content. You know, his album has more things to talk about than what the rappers before him did, and he moved them units. And then you got, you know, A$AP Rocky just came out. He moved some units. And I think the good rappers are starting to come back out. And, you know, you have the most.
And this was 3 years ago, y'all. He foreseeing something. You know, JD been in the game since he was young. So he sees something. He really predicting what's going on now. He see it.
Multiple great artists are going to start coming, and it's going to change the scene again. And we're going to see the sales. You know, we see the sales actually staying around in that 130, 140 mark, going to 200. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the bar is back set again for these new rappers that if you can't break that, then you ain't really making the great music that the rest of these guys are making.
It's the same thing if I getting on the track with Kendrick. I can never tell what the fuck he's gonna do. Right. Because
Bro, the story goes, Eminem wanted to see if Kendrick was really writing his own stuff. It's like, yo, come do a joint with me. I forgot the name of the song, right? He said, yo, tell your boys that you came with, tell them to go wait outside. And he put Kendrick in there by himself. Kendrick came up with something in about 10 minutes, man. 10, 15 minutes. And I heard it. That joint was fire. I'm like, yo, he came up with that in that amount of time? Like, yo, it's really real. It's really, really real.
such a chameleon of styles, and he can fucking do pretty much anything, right? And he's so proficient at it, he's so good at it, and you don't know what you're gonna get. That to me is like a top tier lyricist, because it's like you can get your ass kicked any day. You know what I'm saying? Like certain rappers get on a certain song and it's like it just depends on.
Yeah.
I actually went to Compton, 134th in Piru. And you know, chill with the homies.
Okay.
And you know, had a great time out there. You know, met Kendrick's family, his friends. And you know,
so they a little tighter than what we think. What? Oh, so this must been around the nostalgia time. So I think nostalgia was shot in Cali.
Oh, the control thing, man. Like I looked at it. You know, as soon as he saw me, he said, "Yo, I just want to tell you," because we had to walk through the neighborhood to find where we're gonna shoot it at, right? Like, oh no, yeah, you know. So we just walking through, trying to find a street or somewhere to shoot it at.
Right.
And the first thing he says to me is like, "Yo, thank you so much for just, you know, for understanding and not taking the verse the wrong way."
I like that.
And I was like, Kendrick, you don't know I'm different, bruh. I was like, I'm different. Like, I understand. Like, I listen to raps.
Right.
I understand.
It's the sport of hip hop.
It's the sport. It's the sport of hip hop. And I looked at it like, man, you know, he shouted out his peers. He shouted out his peers, and he was like, yo, you know, I want to take something from your fan base, Mac Miller's fan base. You know, I want to take all of that. When is that not the mission?
Yeah, when wasn't that the goal? That was always like you ain't got, even like with battle raps, bro. 9 times out of 10, if it don't go wrong, if they ain't got no real animosity, they gonna shake hands after that, bro. Or like if you listening to it like a battle, right? You might hear a rapper, they say a fire bar. The other rapper he's saying it to gonna be like, "Ooh, that was the one. That was the one." Even though he's saying it to him. This is the sport that but I ain't even gonna say his name on his joint. Because he don't even deserve to be mentioned on this video right here, man. He don't even deserve to be mentioned, man. Champagne Pissy don't understand, man. He don't get it.
A fan of a lot of the newness that's going on. And actually, sometimes that's where the inspiration is drawn from.
Right.
Like I'm a super Kendrick fan.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I ain't really got too much to say about too many other names, because he's not that I'm not a fan of a lot of other artists that's new, but Kendrick is one of the only new artists that reminds me of the time frame when they was giving artists XXL and 5 mic album ratings.
Yeah.
We ain't got that. I don't know how many new artists. I don't think there's any new artists in the last 10 to 15 years, because we in 2014 now. So it's really like since the 90s, I don't know any new artist that got a 5 mic rating.
Right.
Not one. So that just...
When he came out, he wasn't conforming to that, hey, yo, not saying that nothing wrong with Soulja Boy, nothing like that, but he wasn't conform with all that nay stuff, bruh. He wasn't conform. He was in it for the authenticity of it, the realness of it, bruh. He was writing. He was putting these songs together. Putting the stories together in the songs, man. Which was, that's what it was about. Storytelling. You know?
This goes to show you how much times have changed as far as just the mentality of what the artists might feel they need to contribute.
I feel like Kendrick represents authenticity. He represents real rap. He represents, you know, real artists. He represents real artistry. He represents poetry. You know what I mean? There's a long list of, you know, the great things that he represents. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I appreciate him for being here. You know what I mean? I appreciate him for being a part of this rap game, a part of hip hop history, because shit, you know what I mean? Before we had him, we was really in a critical condition. Dang. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's just funny because, like I said, I've been a fan. I've been following since 15. So I'm like almost like one of those fans that's like fickle, like, now the whole world want to get up on him and ride his wave. Like, y'all niggas is late. Like,
Joey Badass say he been on him. He been on pause. You know what I'm saying? He been hip to him. Let's see what Snoop Dogg got to say, man.
New York is soft. I stand behind what Mano said. I was listening to him on the radio station. And it was crazy to hear somebody from New York speak from the perspective that he spoke from.
You know, the same people that's in New York gonna go to the clubs and party and listen to Future and everybody else. So I think that we kind of lost our culture. There is no more New York sound.
And he's a real nigga, so you can't just not take his words into account. So when I was listening to him speak from his perspective, he basically hit it on the nail because it's a lot of following going on, you know, with sound and influences. But what people don't understand is that in New York influenced everybody in the beginning. When hip hop was born and bred, it was born here and it spread around the whole globe. So its influence was definitely going to take on new faces and new, you know, bodies and new sounds or whatnot.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it all originated here, so there's no such thing as a true original. There's really no originator to what it is, but people get so caught up with trying to make beef when he's just making good music. He's making a point by saying what he's saying. He's juggling both coasts. His music is being played all over the New York radio stations, all over the West Coast radio stations. He's selling tons of records. He's selling out concerts. Shit, that's the king. I mean, when I was doing that, I proclaimed myself the king, and nobody had a problem with it. It's just that he's a nice guy, so they have a problem with it because he doesn't have a gangster approach.
He talking about when Kendrick said he was the king of the coast. I'm the king of New York on Control.
But let me let y'all know, he got 100,000 motherfucking gangsters with him. So y'all better watch what y'all say. You understand what I'm saying? Keep it hip hop, because that's what he did. He kept it all hip hop. He didn't go personal. He attacked his friends and told them this is friendly competition. And he named them.
What is competition? I'm trying to raise the bar high. Like, bro, how could you be offended over that? How?
We there for him, but we not catalyst his record. That's his thing. And that makes me feel good that he can stand on his own 2 feet and create.
Man, hey, that's fire. That's a fire video. That's a fire video. I never seen this collage right here, which is dope. This is dope. Shout out to Dosey for sending me that on X. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I want to see a Nicki Minaj and Kendrick collab. That'd be dope. When them doing the different voices and stuff like that. You know, she know how to do the voices too. Then Dot put that, you know what I mean? He get with Ali, they put that little robotic voice up on it. That'd be fire. That'd be fire. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. They giving them his flowers while he living. You know what I'm saying? And in our community, we like giving people their flowers when they gone. Nah, we could give people their flowers while they are living. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.